Anyway, so yeah, pretty much my name is Shante Ebony Hockaday. I am 33 years old. I was born October 25th, 1985 in Hollywood, California. And my passions, my number one passion is to be ambiguous. And, the reason why I say that, or I say that word so much is, a number of reasons. I mean, I wear skater clothes all the time, pretty much most of the time. Um, that word means unclear, meaning like no matter what somebody does, no matter how obvious in human language that somebody can make it seem that they can comprehend, they really can't, um, know specifically like what I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to get at, what I'm trying to say, because it's unclear. You know what I mean? And one thing about me is that I care about people. And it seems that I've made a lot of different YouTube videos from radio speaker or speaker, whatever it's called. And my thing is that um, I care about the world. I really do. My thing is that I don't want nobody to die. I don't want anybody to get sent to the mortuary and get cut open for somebody else's personal experience. See, these people, a lot of these people at the mortuaries didn't invent the mortuaries from the start. Whether it's in the family or not, they are not the first inventor. I mean, it doesn't matter how much skills you have, no matter how much down the line you came, down the family. It just, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense really to me. But then that's kind of looking at myself and nah, that don't make sense either. But anyways, yeah. So I don't want nobody to die, and I want everybody to, live forever in the form in which they want to, and that's just very important to me. And because I know what it's like to lose people, and I know what type of effect it can have on a person, and if any person, you know, what I mean, you pick a day. It's a day where it happens, right? Like there's a day that this shit happens, right? So, but I am. You know what I mean? I just told you my last name. Um, I don't really need to tell you my parents' name, but they are both DAYs, but not through marriage, as I said before. And my life really consists of everything, and I'm very um interested in who I am and what I can become in the most positive way possible. And it's just definitely important for me to make sure that people are okay and that they're doing good and that they're safe and they're healthy and you know what I mean, because like, have you realized that when you're healthy and you're doing good and you're hanging out with somebody for days at a time, and then like, but you feel good, like you're happy, you know what I mean? Like there are situations where you've been in predicaments where you probably could have got sick but you didn't, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, the little things count. And personally, you know people don't pay attention to who I really am. And I sit a lot of times alone by myself, and I just kind of like think and try to figure out, how can I be a better person for the world. But being the person that I am has definitely put me in different predicaments to where I am bad and good. You know what I mean? And being on AB 109 probation is it's a piece of cake, but it definitely makes me feel a little bit different. Because given of who I am, you know what I mean, I am liable to be responsible, for what I did or whatnot. But I'm also like considered like a part of the creation of why it is, and not once, did a judge or, a lawyer or anybody stop and say, you know what, hey, fuck a trial. You know what I mean, fuck the next day at court. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna, keep it real. Like, let's be here all day and talk some real shit. Like, you know what I mean? Hear her side of the story. Hear how she sees herself. Hear how she is. I mean, hearing good recommendations on myself from somebody else is it's good. It definitely makes me feel good. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, well, how do you have this perception of me, but somebody else sees different? You know what I mean? So either you're not telling me the whole truth, or you guys are just really two different people and have two different opinions, and either one matters more than the other one, or they matter both, or they don't matter at all. You know what I'm saying? So, um, making myself live on here and seeing that nobody is watching is kind of like, why are you here? You know, you're okay with, using the days to get your checks, using the days to have kids, using days to have sex, using days to have houses, using days to antagonize people and lock up people and all kind of shit without, the owner's permission. But, it is what it is. But, you know what I mean? I just kind of don't get why I have so many people on my Facebook, or you know what I mean, why I even have an Instagram or a Facebook. Like, why should I have those things? A lot of the people on my page do not talk to me on a regular basis, and I'm not looking for them to look at this or look at my Facebook and see this shit and then all of a sudden have an epiphany and be like, oh my God, we need to call her. I mean, dude, I've been through a lot, you know what I mean? And I'm not the only person, you know what I mean, that's going through something. And I understand that. But what I'm saying, when you make a specific time for somebody to say something and express themselves and be who they are, then you did. It's been done. So why is everybody else getting this time to like not pay attention to like the people that really have a say so, like really like are really here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because think about it. If you put things together the way it's supposed to go, in a sense, from the Bible to every day and all this other stuff, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. And I find myself being there for a lot of people, in which they might get this confused with me saying that I sound like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining, I'm stating facts. So if I'm stating facts and it feels like you feel like I'm complaining, then you forgot the part that I mentioned a fact. A fact. Clearly I did. You know what I mean? And it's only recapping, history. And I don't recall myself being in history. And I don't recall myself being in those history books. You hear about Columbus and Martin Luther King and all this. Who are these people? Like, you know what I mean? Who are giving these people these days? Like, who are telling them that, they're the movement? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know you. Like, I've never met you, and I just think it's unfair how, these people are getting their fucking names on streets and shit, and like, they don't even know me. You know what I mean? They don't know my family, nor do they care to know my family or me. You know what I'm saying? And knowing me is like the closest thing you're going to get to God, if you really want to think about it. I mean, Jesus Christ is long gone. All he did was bring him down here to die for y'all and sit him right back up there with him to be straight. You know what I'm saying? So he went through hell for a second, but now he's straight. But, you know what I mean? He's not fair. He doesn't go through shit every day. He goes through shit for a period of time, and then he gets rewarded for it. You know what I mean? But I go through shit, you know what I mean? And I'm not comparing contrasting, it's the truth. How can you put this person before you, but you called me first? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't get, you know? And he said a lot of words before Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. Like, like naming something before you're a child or whatever. I don't know. I don't really know how to look at it. It can be like, yeah, but that's my child. I mean, but we all come from supposedly the same place and we're all supposedly the same people. You know what I mean? But you have all this different shit going on that I don't really comprehend to the point of their formation, the human formation. You know what I mean? Because I'm just saying, be fair. You know, if you're gonna use every day to live your life, whether it was planned or not, you're here now, now you know. So what's up? Like keep it 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just it makes me feel like everything is a lie. You know what I mean? Everything is a lie. Only certain people are important. Who's ever in front of the TV, whoever can get in front of the TV is more important than the people that aren't. And we have like these immigrants, and there's no color, that we have these immigrants coming over here and they're getting viral before the homeless people that are out here. You know what I'm saying? They're getting taken care of before the homeless people out here. I mean, sure, we got shelters and shit, but they're still in cages and shit. It don't matter. They're still in little cages and shit, fucking, have some place to stay, warm and shit or whatever. It might be cold. I don't know. But, I mean, you made your choice to come over here and you know that you're not allowed to like that. So, why are you guys trying to make it go viral just to make a change? I mean, how can you decide what a real change is when you're a nobody? You're going based off what you learned from somebody else. I mean, but when your name is written in that book of life for life, there's nothing you could do about it. So it's like either I'm going to hell, I'm going to heaven. But technically, from God, from the way that I dress, I'm going to hell. From the things that I eat, I'm going to hell. I'm fine with that. It's all right. It's straight. It's cool. I expected it because I read it, and I'm giving you the opportunity to be who you are and let me know who you are as a person. But if I didn't see you write that, then how do you expect me to believe it? You know what I'm saying? And that's where who I am comes in. But I am just so sure of myself. It's just that obvious. If you guys want to make God obvious, you guys want to make your check obvious, you guys want to make your house, your husband, your wives, your kids, you know what I mean, school obvious. Like, my family has a school called Hockaday. I've never seen it. I've never been to it. That I know of. I've never met nobody from the school or that even works at the school. You know what I mean? So, it just kind of is what it is, I guess. And I don't know. I don't know. I just have a lot to say, but it just seems like I'm wasting my breath because like now, Beyonce like has her official day and what is it? Like you don't really hear nothing. Like, you know what I mean? They treat it like a joke. They treat it like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get tired of her. I can't. So if you show her way more than you do now, I'm not gonna get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I have my own issues as far as like people being of the day descent and not communicating with the people that are it as well, you know? Because it's like, then you obviously must trust. You must have a lot of trust in that in order to, be a part of it. So if it sounds like I'm talking to Beyonce, then I guess you can kind of say so, but I definitely couldn't find myself saying anything like disgustingly mean. Um, I just can't. I can tell how it affects me when I sit here and listen to her music all the time. Usually I wake up to it. I go to sleep to it. I watch her movies. I watch her when she comes on TV, like on different shows and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, you're giving me the opportunity to know you, but you're not wanting the opportunity to know me, and it's just a disaster, really. It's a disaster, but that's fine. It's just something I have to get over. I can't like spend my days like worrying about it, but how can I not? That's the difference, you know. So, that's my dilemma. I don't know what her life is like behind the cameras, without the cameras on, without them recording her and then showing me, or us, you know what I mean? I have no idea. You know what I mean? She has her choice of friends. She has, her family. She has people like that, and I just find it odd how these people, like, these artists, like, put their music out and stuff like that, but they don't take time for all their fans. I'm not saying like all of them individually, which, if I could, I would, most definitely. But I don't see how they can, just like not see the fact that there's that one person out there sitting there that's just like in the background, like no matter what they do. And, like being on being on the news, and I mean trying out for American Idol, and winning tying in talent shows, and you know, um, just and being with stupid companies that don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? Their main motive is to get your money. You know, before you do anything, you know what I mean? They collect your money. You know what I'm saying? And that should have been a red flag there. I can't deal with somebody that's just gonna tell me that my credit is gonna be fucked if I don't pay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to deal with that. So, but it is what it is. And people have their way of living, and the way that they want to be, and the things that they want to do. And what's crazy is that they don't as the real people that are behind the scenes, but like actually like the ones that are on your screen like 24/7. Like no matter what you do, they're what you hear. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Um, I have a lot of situations going on. This woman named Patricia that I was with or whatnot. Um, that situation is just like not even like required to really have a response from either both parties, because given the fact that one has definitely been um pretty much out there and open and upfront and there as much as possible. I mean, I'm not going to show up at her house and I don't know if she wants me there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to continue to call her 24/7 and I don't know if she wants me there or wants to hear my voice. You know what I mean? Because having one conversation saying that not being with you, it's not that I don't want to be with you. That's not the case. I mean, I've heard myself say that before. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been the one to kind of like explain what I feel like an ideal relationship is about, given the information that I've been given from their side and what they've been through and how we connect. You know what I mean? It's not to judge which side is better, who is better, who's worse for who or whatever. You know what I mean? It's reality. It's a reality check about what you can observe and not get the nasty things out of it. You know what I mean? Bring it in if that's what it really is, but don't try to make it more than what it isn't. You know what I mean? Don't try to over exaggerate and make the relationship seem as worse as it is when it isn't. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of these women wouldn't be with these people if they didn't put themselves in it. I mean, if you were that scared, you know what I mean, then Why are you not with the one that doesn't scare you? Like, shouldn't all of them scare you? They all seem to want the same thing, so shouldn't they all scare you? I mean, or shouldn't you want to be away from all of them? You know what I mean? Should you be talking to any of them? You know? Um, just like, uh, I just, the way that I think sometimes is very confusing because I find myself angry at like stupid stuff and I cannot comprehend like why it has to be that way. And when I try not to, like it's just right there. You know what I mean? But it's like picture this, like picture your parents, having you to die. You know what I mean? And they knew this. They knew this for sure. And not once did they try to talk to you about it, to console you when you're trying to tell them that how can you do this? You know what I mean? Not once they try to justify anything, make anything like, you know what I mean? Because like you guys are so stuck in the way the days are. Like you guys think like Monday through Sunday is 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. You know what I mean? 30 to 31 to 28 days out of the month, and it's more than that. You know what I mean? It's more than that. It's a person, and I'm here showing you in your face live, you know, real shit, and you guys still sit up here and go to school and look at the chalkboard and write down their date. You know what I mean? It's cool, like I get, because that's how it goes, I guess. But you know, I'm not trying to be like who was already here before me. Is what you don't seem to understand. I'm just here to tell you all the things that you're doing that are fucked up. If you're really with the function, like if you really knew what was up, then you know what I mean. You do it right, you know. And then like I just don't have any friends really. Like they're too busy. They don't call and check up on me no more. You know what I mean? Whenever they want me to come through, like they'll hit me up. You know what I mean? It's not like, like it's not on like a random, like thing. You know what I mean? So, and I put my trust and my love into a lot of these people, and I could dare take it back. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't, it's just not easy. It's just not easy, taking all the shit that people put on me. I mean, I should have been off. I should have been off probation. I should have been off AB 109 probation. No doubt. You know what I mean? Maybe you're trying to not make one jealous of the other. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you guys are trying to do. And I understand that because if I was, that way, I'd either be super happy, if I didn't know about it, I didn't understand it or whatever, I'd be like super happy and I'd be there for them, that's just, to be there for them. But, you know, um, so I guess, people are going to recognize you when you're dead. I'll tell you that much. That's when they're going to look at your pictures. That's when they're going to talk to you. That's when they're going to spend time with you. That's when they're going to recognize who you are. You know what I mean? And if that should ever happen to me anytime soon, you know, my name is going to stand clear. And nobody might not come to my funeral. Nobody might not come to visit. No, you know, nobody might talk to me or whatever, or even pass by or even decide to call my family because they do have my family number. They just like never call that I know of. And, you know, I just want Beyonce to know that this is not easy. being this person, because the attention that she gets is not what I should be getting, but it's supposed to be what I'm supposed to be getting. You know what I mean? Everybody's supposed to know me. You know what I mean? Like, everybody. And, like, some days I wake up and, like, I just wish, like, certain people were there, or that, I was able to talk to, these certain people. And I'm not here to, like, be like an average person saying they're Beyonce's biggest fan and that they love her so much and they're obsessed and love talking about her ass and all this other stuff. I'm not like I'm not like that type of person. I mean, if I'm given permission to talk that way, and that's a mutual agreement amongst us two in a conversation, then that's fine. I mean, but given the fact of, I'm telling you, like, shit is way different than you just being born and having your birthday. It's not the same. It's just not the same. It's not the same as someone being half a day, like just their father or just their mother or just, you know what I mean? It's not the same. And it's cool, don't get me wrong, because you are who you are, but, I just kind of hope that, I don't want to go viral, for talking about Beyonce and stuff like that, because that's every kid's dream. That's every person's dream, because, she's a top number one on the internet. So, like me right now, I already know I have no chance. And I'm totally fine with that. I mean, because give credit where credit is due, but don't call it credit as if it's a fucking check or a fucking, credit card, or, you know what I mean? It's beyond that. And, when I'm alone, I get emotional about it. When I think nobody's watching, which is never. Um, I mean, which is always, right? No, never, never, never. I talk about it. I do, but what's the point of talking about it? I'm just like wasting my breath. It is a waste, and I'll tell you why it's a waste. Because if the person that you want to hear it does not hear it, or is not there face to face to me, it's just not worth it. I mean, I'm pretty sure she can put the words in her head and, like, hear them at certain times, or maybe even hear them at the same time. You never know, but it's hard to say. It's hard for me to say that I'm asking for attention when attention is who I am. You know what I mean? I was born to be the center of attention. I wasn't born to be like just somebody that has a birthday and an anniversary and celebrate the holidays. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like, I don't do that, really. I don't. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting my breath, like, right now. Like, I feel like I'm not getting through to nobody, and I know I'm not. And I just know not to open my mouth so much. If I don't want that, that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't know. I don't know. I know that, I bought like all the studio equipment and it's just not working on my computer, and I'm not understanding why. And I'm trying everything. I'm trying to be smart and learn how to do things myself, but when I ask for help, like, people act like they can't help. People act like they didn't have to do it themselves. Like, they didn't have to ask themselves for help. You know what I mean? And rather, you're trying to make me a strong person. That's not for you to decide. You know what I mean? If you're trying to make me a strong person somebody that's able to take anything or somebody that's able to show off and do their own thing. Like no matter what somebody does, that's me, pretty much. And um I don't know, I just come to realize a lot of things and um I don't know. It really doesn't matter. That's okay. Because if I do cry right now, it's fine. I'm used to it a lot. I'm used to it a lot, and my number one, like, I just wish you can hear me and know that, like, I'm trying to, like, be there for her, protect her, and, be a good person, and let it be known that I'm liable to act any kind of way. But know that when I'm talking about this person, when I'm talking about Beyonce, my heart is in the right place. You know what I mean? And, a lot of people know, that I've been listening to her music for a long time. And, like, I've never been to one of her concerts. Can't afford it. And, nobody's ever, decided to help me go, I guess, because, I guess because I haven't graduated from high school. And, but to me, I have because I've taken so many different classes. I've been in college, um, I've done all types of things, but I just think it's unfair that people think I have to follow these rules in order to fit in, you know? I'm alright though. It's just it's a part of life and it's something, that I have to go through, you know? What's the point, right? It's like I've tried to, become famous, it's the way I'm supposed to do it. It's part of the way. You know what I mean? But it's hard for me to like believe that when I am everything pretty much. So, but like, um, like I don't know. I guess I'm just done talking kind of right now. Um, the more I talk, the more I lose myself. But I never try to make it seem like I'm the only one that needs something or that should have something or that should be happy. I'm just saying like I can't help it if that makes me happy. I don't want to. There's other people that make me happy too. I just see that she's a real person and she's a real friend and she doesn't talk mess about you behind your back, you know. She, you know, she's nice and she can sing really great. Um, her music is just incredible. Her movies are awesome. And I've been hearing her voice since I was like a little kid. A little kid, like I kid you not. But how am I supposed to say that without people thinking that I'm crazy? You know, how is that impossible? Like just because you can't do it doesn't make it impossible for me. So if I'm trying to tell you my truth, you know, it's not like I go out there and actually spread lies. This is not a lie. This is not a lie. You know what I mean? I've seen uh, I just have, okay? And you know, if it's ever too late, then at least I tried. At least I tried. I mean, yeah, usually I would be playing music right now, but I do not have my speaker. That's fine. And what's crazy is I'm the only person telling myself that it's gonna be okay. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So, you know, I'll just continue, you know, to kind of talk, you know, without being live because it's never been important, you know, when I talk, and it's never gonna be important. And I have to learn how to control my emotions because just because it's invented for somebody to be emotional at such a serious moment that means so much. Like people make fun of me because I have her on my Facebook and because I listen to her a lot. I can do the dances and stuff and do all kinds of stuff that she does, but I only do it because she does it. And I just want to get the feeling of what it's like to know her, the nice her, or whichever side. It's fine. Your legs are in the air. Talking to my dog. Anyways, but yeah, I bought these Levi's shoes and they're 8.5 and they're just like super big, man. Fuck. You know, I see everybody else, you know, getting what they want and what they like. Oh well, no complaints, just facts. So, hi. No, later. Ah, and